Hello friends, in this video we will see how we can calculate the heat requirement of any gaseous mixture when we'll increase or decrease the temperature from temperature T1 to temperature T2. So here as I already explained it, to calculate the heat requirement of gases, but here we will see of the gaseous mixture. So for that, the minimum requirement of the data to calculate the heat requirement is the composition of the gases. This is the composition of the gases. What are the components we have, as well as we should know the A, B, C and D coefficient. And here we should know the temperature from where to where we want to change, and the total number of moles. So here the theory of, or we'll say the concept of, to calculate the heat requirements I have already explained in my previous video. So I will share the link of that video. If you have any doubt, then go to that video. So here actually, as we know, we have these expression. This is nothing but this is a Cp is equal to A plus Bt plus Ct square plus Ttq. And here we will use this expression. This is for Q is equal to MIC naught P mix into dt. So here actually what we are using the different gases. So that's why we'll first calculate this C naught P mix, and then we'll multiply its mole fraction, and then we'll multiply its total number of moles here. So here what we have to do, so first of all we'll calculate the C naught P of individual gas and multiply its mole fraction. What is your mole fraction or the composition we have, and then we'll do the integration, and then we'll multiply with this final total number of moles here. So here if we'll see the final expression, if we'll see in this expression what I'm trying to solve, we're taking this is your term 1, this is your terms 2, this is terms 3, and the last is your term 4. This is your, so in this way I'll try to calculate the terms 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then I'll take the summation of all, then I'll multiply with the total number of moles, and then it will give you the final Q here. So for that what I'm doing, I'm going back to this block diagram, and from here I'll just start from the top. So the top is nothing but this is A. I will again what I'm doing, so here I'll just copy and cut and paste here in your block diagram window, so it's easy to understand. So what here, this A is your individuals gases component, but here actually what we have the mixed gas. So what we have to take, we have to A into its composition of gas 1, A into composition of gas 2, same here. So that means what, if you'll see, this is A, it should be multiply with this gaseous composition. So, and then I'll add it. So this will give you your A, and then I'll multiply with this T. So here simply if I'll take this as a multiply sign, and this is your A, and this is your multiply with your, yeah, this is a composition. So yeah. So this is nothing but, and from here we have to take the sum. Yeah. So summation of A into X, and this is multiply with your temperature difference. So this is, yeah, and from here we'll see the temperature difference. So this temperature difference, again I'm taking the subtraction sign. This is your T2 minus T1, and this is multiplied by this term 1. Okay, so this is a term 1, this term. So A into T2 minus T1. So this is. Similarly, I'll calculate these terms here. So first of all, this B, it's a multiply with this mole fraction, or it's a composition. So again, I'll take this one, and this is a composition. So I'll multiply this one. Okay, so now here we'll see this is a T2 square minus T1 square and B by 2. So this is giving this summation of B. So here first of all we have to take this term. So this is B divide by one constant, this is 2, and then whatever be the product is coming, that product is going to, sorry, it's a multiply with your T2 square minus T1 square. So here we have to take the square of both T1 and T2. So here this is your T2, this is T2, this is your T1, and subtraction of T2 and T1, this is multiply with your B by 2, and this is giving term 2. Similarly, we have to calculate for this term. So again I'm taking these two, this is similar, multiply with this composition, then summation of this divide by its a constant value 3, and then I'll take again this is your multiply, this is multiply, and here this is T2Q minus T1Q. So for that again I am taking multiply sign, and here actually this is T2 square, and yes, similarly one more I am taking here, one more, and this is your T1 part. So this is T1. So from here what I'm taking a square, and from here I'm taking single, and then I'll take the difference of both these terms. So this is your T2Q and this is your T1Q, and then I'll multiply with this C upon 3, term 3. Okay, similarly I'll go back again and copy and paste. This is your, yes, D, and this is your composition array, and from here again I'll take one divide. So this is summation of all the terms, and from here I'll take the one constant, this is a 4, and take this multiply. So now I have up till here we have calculated this d upon 4, and then it's multiply with this t to the power of 4 minus t1 to the power of 4. So again I am taking 2 square 1 and 2. So what I'm doing here, so this is T2, this is square is coming, and from here I can take this square, multiply it, and from here you will see this is T1, this is square, and this square is going to here, and I'll just take and connect to this one. Okay, now I'll take this subtraction of t to the power 4 and T1 की power 4, and this is going to multiply with this one. So this is nothing but, if we'll see, then okay, yes. So this is giving the fourth term. This is term 4. So up till now, what we have calculated all these four terms here. Now to we have to take the summation of all the four terms. So for that, we are going to compound arithmetics, and from here I'll just extend the nodes, and one by one I'll connect all the four terms with each and individual nodes to take the summation of all the four terms here actually. So for that, yes. So now I'll take the one indicator. This is a result, and this result, it should be multiply with your total number of moles here actually, and the total number of moles is here. So yeah, so this total number of moles, and from here I'll just take this one indicator, and this is nothing but this is will give you heat required in kilojoule. So just I'll go back in your front panel to check we are getting the result or not. Here actually what we have to little bit rearrange all the terms. This is term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3, this is term 4, or I'll take it like this. This is the results, and this is heat required. So here actually, so I just reorient all this one. Okay, so now this and this again. Okay, so now simply I'll take this temperature here. So the temperature is nothing but initially this is a 298, and final this is 528. Just for the example point of view, I'm taking here total number of moles. I'm taking 10. You can take anyone whatever is given in a problem, and I'll just run it. So here what we have seen, this is, so here actually issue in your this data. So just we have to check, this is in your E. So this is 10 to the power, this is your 9 I think so, and this is 8.754 into this is again 9, and this is 11.3173 exponential minus 9. So this is your the final answer. This is the heat requirement of this gaseous mixtures when we increase the temperature from 298 Kelvin to 523 Kelvin here. So thank you friends. If you liked this video, then please share and subscribe with your friends. Thank you.